Hello everyone and welcome to another video, and we are going to be talking just more about 7. Let's face it, that's this week, right? That's all you're going to hear about. I mean, there's going to be reviews and there's going to be like theory crafting and all this kind of stuff, but actually this is going to be a little bit of a short video because really, I mean, at this point, obviously 7 is coming to the game, but there is a few other things of note this week that I definitely think are worth talking about. So, yeah, let's get right into it, shall we? So, not to be completely distracted by the fact that 7 is here, but Rain and Laswell are actually going to be getting a kind of a big upgrade, you know, this thing called EX, and honestly, I'm excited for both of them. Laswell has proven over a long period of time now that he is just a really good character. And the fact that he has an original job does mean that he's probably going to be due for just like a really, really nice 120. And I like a brand new 120 skill and enhancement to what he currently has, whether it's AP reduction or maybe more attack power or more defense penetration. Like, I am totally ready to see what Laswell ends up getting. And not only him, but Rain as well. Rain is actually just a good little anti-magic tank still, and I think he can still be really good because he also has some nice breaks. He has a good like pair of sub jobs, and yeah, I'm actually really interested to see what both of these characters will end up getting. And you know, helps that I have both characters already at 99 ready to go. And yeah, I mean, this is compounding something with the fact that Laswell will be eating up ice materials, and that may detract a little bit from getting, you know, a Barret to 120, and Rain, well, there's no fire element, so like if you don't have Charlotte, I think that Rain might, and you're like not holding out for Agrius's 120. Rain just being is a good alternative, I think, still to Charlotte. So yeah, gotta say, really going to be interested to see what happens with this coming back. Just honestly going to hope that both of them get a really nice kit, and I'll be reviewing them separately from the 7 related stuff later. Speaking of 7 related stuff, I swear that's not where we are going, but we are there. It looks like we are getting a repeat quest on the JP side, and actually this is perfectly timed because, as it turns out, Cloud's Buster Sword will be farmable, but Tifa was a big question mark. And for people who are wondering, no, this is almost definitive at this point that Energist is not a thing for Tifa at all, and she will not be using the Energist weapon. She will be using this right here. This weapon that was used for Larudo. So for anybody on the global side who feels like you might have passed by this weapon, maybe you didn't end up building it and you're feeling kind of remorse because you're interested in Tifa, well, good news, this will be popping up about the same time as the FF7 quest, more than 100% on the global side as well. So yeah, you can just farm this fist up. And just a small thing that I was talking about last night on my live stream was the fact that I think that it is a good idea to end up going with critical weapons from now on. Not 100%, but yeah, I do feel that that is exactly it. Now, as for FF7 here, as you can see, the collaboration event quest is going to be held. This will be going for over an entire month, like over 6 weeks. So you're going to have lots of time to get this. Collect medals that can be traded in for different things. Does not look like these medals will be for character shards at all. At least that's not what I'm seeing in the... I'm not seeing it in here. So, you know, once the update is out, I'll be able to tell more. But obviously, getting the Buster Sword, which is a MR piece of equipment, that one is definitely going to be important if you're interested in Cloud. And yeah, it's just, you know, pretty much what you think it's going to be. It's just like all the other ones that we've had, and farming events. However, we do have the news about who will be the wind selection character for this time. Or, well, I guess the wind element is a roundabout way of what I was going to say. And a shout out to Ark from my JP side. guild here in Wotv. He was the one who called this last night on stream, and I was really hoping that this was not going to be it. But Gargus is going to be our selection quest character. So by having characters under UR rarity and you go through his quests, you'll get him and enough shards to fully awaken him. He's probably going to have a decent TMR weapon if, you know, Moraga and Cowlet has been any kind of indication. So that's good. Personally, I can say that I just don't like this unit. I don't like him at all. I don't like the Bondage SM King. I don't know what the hell to make of this character still. It's just somewhere of a cross between a ghost, a Ku Klux Klan member, and an, you know, S&M thing, and I don't want any of it. I just don't. He is a wind elemental mage, which might be interesting to some. There are actually a few details, and I really do mean a few details in here, because this is another one of those characters that does not have a limit burst, which always feels a little bit bad, but we can see that Messenger and Cleric is one tech. Definitely Black Mages is, but I feel like I messed up. No, it's Green Mage. I feel like Cleric is almost the exact same symbol. My bad. So Green Mage, potentially good support. Potentially, Kododama does have some good stuff in its kit, as we've seen before in many other units. And Black Mage, I have to say, is pretty unremarkable. Yeah, I just don't feel incredibly excited about this unit at all. I don't like this unit, so I don't know. If you're looking for someone to really pump you up, if you like this character, wrong channel, I guess. Own activation time is minus 20%. And range attack resistance plus 5. Should be noted that always, you know, master abilities, I guess. If you are interested in running wind units, you know, since Tifa's a wind unit, this is another master ability to power up a wind unit team. So maybe that's why you really want this unit. But you're going to need some lower cost characters to even get him, as well as enough shards to make him useful. So remember that for in the future. Alright, and of course there is a bit of an in-game POTUS. There's an in-game post about FF7 related material. Now, nothing really, like if you're interested in banners, that information will be coming out tomorrow. Taking a look at Cloud, we already know all of this, and it has the exact same abilities, but we do get a little bit of a peek into one new thing, which is his master ability. So, usual stuff, but also own range attack resistance plus 10 and critical damage plus 5%. So, a couple things to note here. Cloud is potentially going to be pretty good against gunners from a distance who want to potentially take this guy out before he gets in close and starts dealing damage. That's encouraging. And secondly, taking a look at his kit, I mean, extra critical damage. Feels like crits or criticals are just going to be super duper important with Cloud, and probably just might be a one-shotter against many other units. So that could be just really good. Taking a look, we also have Tifa here, as you can see. Of course, everyone is getting a free copy of her, and boy, I really hope I don't have to say that anymore. But I guess something to note with both of these characters, we can see that most of the attack abilities that have been mentioned in-game are elemental abilities. So Tifa's 4-strike ability is, as well as her limit burst, do seem to be wind elemental, so that is good for wind elemental chaining. And Cloud's is also thunder, so there's some thunder chaining. Taking a look at her master ability right here, defense penetration rate plus 15 and defense plus 5. So yeah, Tifa is definitely going to be a counter physical unit, and yeah, getting through more defense, I guess. So yay. Alright, and one last thing to do with FF7 Remake is the first vision card will also be in the game, This is definitely Tifa's vision card. There is no doubt about it. So max level does give bonuses to wind characters as well. And what we are looking at is strike attack up across the entire party and evasion up across the entire party, which is an interesting thing. Kind of wishing that Venera was actually wind elemental right now. If only. And just double checking my notes real quick. Yes. The level max ability for the entire party will be increase attack against or increase resistance against single attacks. And last but not least, the related to the not the party ability, the bestowed effect is what they were calling it. I was going to say single unit ability or single unit bonus, but I realized that that's not what they kind of call it in game. Bestowed effect is just attack up and evasion up. So this is painting Tifa also her kit, as well as what might be the general direction for the wind elemental characters in the future. I mean, you're just looking at higher evasion, which that's a good support. You know, it depends on the numbers, but it's really nice. This strike up potentially works with Lucia as well as 2B, which is pretty interesting. And last but not least, you're just getting a fair amount of strike damage up too. So depending on the numbers, I quite like this vision card. And yeah. There will also be the, of course, training challenges to get some extra character shards for both of these characters. Aerith and Barrett will be coming on May the 1st and will feature mostly the same stuff. And to cap it all off, there is going to be a new segment of story release too, which means more resources for trying to get Cloud and Max Tifa and Max Aerith and Barrett. There's just so much resources coming in right now. So Book 2, Chapter 1, Part 2 will be coming out as well on Wednesday. So lots of good stuff. And it looks like the Hindra Nation, as well as the Oas Nation and Randall, are all going to be heavily prominently featured, which makes sense. I'm excited for it. So yeah, taking a look at a general quick overview to summarize this video. Really happy to see the fact that we are getting more story at the same time as FF7 is going to be getting its collaboration stuff. That's great. Keep that story rolling. I'm enjoying it. The selection quest character, not super excited. I guess you had to dump Gargus somewhere because they probably have finished him. And him not being in the gacha, I guess, is kind of a bonus. It's also another resource to get some more awakening materials, as well as lapis to do pulls with. So there you go, there's a bonus for the selection quest. And it's nice to see that Tifa is going to be getting a good vision card to support her, and we kind of have a better idea of what Tifa and Cloud might be more relying on. Seems like Cloud is just all in. He's going to have good resistance against range, allowing him to get in close and attack enemies, whereas Tifa might be a little bit more of an evasion character. But with that vision card, well, I'm just going to say it right now. I think that the vision card is going to be super important for anyone who really wants to get the most out of Tifa and a mono-element wind party. So definitely keep that in mind, Globalers, for that. Alright, so yeah, that's everything to do with this. Tomorrow we'll be getting some banner news. I'm going to try not to make a video about that, but no promises unless there's something really interesting. Just on Wednesday, I'm going to be live streaming and going to be doing some polls for Cloud, so if you feel inclined for it, come check it out. So that's all for this one. Take care. See you next time.